everybody, it's Chibi, and today I am here to do a Manhwa chapter review of The Breaker, chapter 180. Oh my god! That title drop, that fucking title drop, did you see that title drop at the end of this chapter? That literally, that was as close to a title drop as fucking possible. Wow. This chapter of The Breaker, dude. Oh my god, I'm so glad. I am so glad so many of you told me to read this manhwa. Oh, Chibits. Thank you. Oh my god, this shit was good. This chapter, man. Okay, the title drop. I'll break your plans apart. Oh my god, that fucking title drop, dude. You see the lights come on behind Shioon, and I'm like, this is just badass. The artwork of that background with Shioon. Oh, damn. That was nice. That was so nice. Now, with this chapter, we have a couple of things that go down. For instance, Shioon attacks his teacher. This teacher he's idolized technically since the very beginning of the series. He's always says, teacher. He's always been weak-kneed when it comes to his teacher, pretty much. Let's be honest here, he has. But with this chapter, he does something I personally did not expect from Shioon's character. I mean, it makes sense with his personality development he's gotten from this series, from The Breaker New Waves. But to see him actually strike at his teacher, I didn't see that coming. I mean, I know he has a sense of justice, and now he understands that he is the head of the Sun Wo clan. I know he knows this, but to see, Shioon do this, attack his teacher in this chapter, I was shocked. I was like, damn, he is fucking serious. He's really serious, and definitely you could see how the Nine Arch Dragon is going to see this. Like, he realizes that his disciple is serious in this fight. And most likely from what we're going to get at is we're actually going to get to see a fight between the Nine Arts Dragon himself and Shioon. Now, I want to be honest here, and I'm just going to say it like it is. Personally, from my perspective, even though Shioon is the main character, he's the main character of the series, he's incredibly fucking strong, and he has a lot of potential higher than the Nine Arch Dragon himself. I personally don't believe Shioon should beat the Nine Arch Dragon at the moment. I don't think it should be possible for Shioon to defeat him. I'm gonna say it right now, that's my 2 cents on the fight that's probably about to happen next chapter. I just don't think Shioon should be able to beat him because that would be way too fucking overpowered at the moment. I mean, that should be later on, probably towards the end of the series when he finally surpasses his master, or when his master is about to die or something. If Nine Arch Dragon does die, he surpasses him in that moment. But I personally don't believe Shioon should be able to surpass him at this moment. But anyways, one thing I want to talk about is the difference, like the subtle difference of the Nine Arch Dragon's face. I don't know if I was the only one to notice it, but the subtle changes of how the Nine Arch Dragon acted in his facial face, like the way his eye bags changed and stuff, I don't know, it's just the way the art style was. He definitely did a massive change from how he was a couple chapters ago when he couldn't remember his disciple to this chapter when he actually could remember his disciple. The way he acted was just completely different, and the way his eyes and face looked, it was definitely a lot different. I commend the writer of this series to actually do those subtle little differences that were hard to notice. Now, the artwork, as always, when it comes to The Breaker, fucking amazing. Seriously, the fucking artwork. Oh, it's always on point. Seriously. By far, out of all the weekly chapters I read now, The Breaker definitely is probably by far the best art I see each week. Hands down. Hands down, nothing even comes close probably to this, artwork. I mean, liking art is subjective, of course, but I mean, the way the art quality looks with the backgrounds and shit, in my eyes, that is the best I've read all week when it comes to weekly chapters, and this shit is just damn good. And one thing I will say, too, is that the beginning part of this, when we get to see Shioon do his, step, he does the freaking foot technique, and gets behind an Nine Arch Dragon, and he uses that technique that was taught to him back in the past in the part 1 of The Breaker, to where, pretty much the Nine Arch Dragon told Shioon, this technique, right before he was about to leave. That right there, getting to see this technique used once again, and then you get to see how the Nine Arch Dragon, the teacher, sees his disciple use this to fight him, I know that's going to have a lot of psychological repercussions in his mind, because he realizes that his disciple is serious, and I wonder exactly how serious the Nine-Arched Dragon is going to be in this upcoming fight, because clearly there's going to be a fight. The way it's ending up, the way you had it to where he said, stay out of this, Jun-chan, I think that's how you say his name, stay out of this, it's between us, pretty much that's what the Nine-Arched Dragon said. Yeah, there's definitely going to be a fight. They'll probably settle this entire matter. And also with this chapter, we get confirmation that the Nine-Arched Dragon specifically targeted his disciple's Ki Center to break his Ki Center, to throw him out of the martial arts world. That was actually 100% confirmed, finally, for the first time in the Breaker. I mean, it's been speculated, it's been talked about, I mean, it's been pretty obvious, but with this chapter, we get 100% confirmation that the Nine-Arched Dragon wasn't really trying to kill his disciple, he just wanted to throw him out of the martial arts world. And he did for a while, until he came back. And you could definitely see the pain and anger in the Nine-Arched face right at the beginning of this, chapter. So personally, for the most part, a fucking great chapter of The Breaker, New Waves. Cannot wait for next week on Friday to read chapter 181, because this shit is getting damn good. Oh my god, I need the next chapter. Oh, the fucking cliffhangers kill me, man. It kills me. Seriously, oh, the cliffhangers are so bad in this. The cliffhangers, man, it just ends. It just fucking ends out of nowhere. Like, I'm reading the chapter, it's getting fucking good. You see that build up, and all of a sudden, it's gone. And I'm like, so yeah, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I love y'all so much. Please be safe. Chibi out.